Hey everybody! So we have some super fun to do tonight. I have 3 super fun projects using these. These are Dollar Tree rulers. Now listen, if you can't find the rulers, don't stress. You could do these projects with like paint stirrers if you had those instead. But my sis with Berkshire Pickers gave me all these rulers, like a lot of them, and I had to come up with some ideas. So I came up with 3 that I will share with you. Oh, and hey, don't forget, you have to stay to the end because my favorite is always at the end. So, and anyways, by the way, hey, I'm Colette with Blessings Craft Therapy if you didn't know. And if you did, thanks so much for coming back. And thank you for being patient with me. Thank you so much for all of your congratulation well wishes. I look a little rough. I'm a little tired. I have a brand new grandbaby. He's wonderful. And he's a typical baby. So nobody in the house is sleeping, and I love it. But I'm a little woohoo more than usual. Anyways, let's get to the projects. Okay, so first thing I do is I put some Mod Podge on my pizza pan. Then I have a piece of fabric, and I'm going to put that on my pizza pan that has the Mod Podge. I'm going to smooth it out, make sure we get that fabric right into the edges like that. I cut the excess of the fabric off just like this, and then I put Mod Podge on the top. I go all over the top and make sure to get the sides and on the inside as well. Let that dry. While that's drying, I take some rulers from Dollar Tree, and that colored part just pulls right off. And I also have some big craft sticks. I'm going to cut them into points on one end and a flat edge on the other, because we're going to make us, look at it, it's a fence. And then you're going to glue them on like this. I purposefully glued mine like wonky just because I kind of thought it looked cool, like an old country fence. Then I painted mine this with chalk paint, and I think the color is sheepskin. And I just put it all, paint it. Make sure that dries, and then of course I have to distress it because hello, I'm me. There's that. And in the distressing, I also did some sanding as well, just to make it look like a nice weathered little fence. Super cute. All right, then I actually sanded the edges of the fabric on the pizza pan because it makes it all frayed, and it looked really cool. I popped a couple holes because we're going to put a jute hanger on it after. I put some glue on the back of our fence, and we're going to glue that. You could use E6000. That would probably be better, but we have allergies, so we can't use E6000, so we do what we can. Now glue that onto your pizza pan. Look how cute. Then I added some flowers. I'm not good at that part, I know. Then at the bottom, I put some Spanish moss. Listen, I'm not good at floral arrangement at all, but I'm getting better, and I'm going to keep trying. And that's the point of the whole thing, right? It's just keep trying and we get better. All right, so, and I wish I had the green moss, but I didn't. So again, we use what we have. And then I glued some little green leaves on there to make it look cute. Super cute. These leaves were from Michael's. I think I got them on clearance. And then I took some little ladybugs that I had gotten from Dollar Tree, and I glued those on the fence. Listen, I was starting to get a little crazy. Like, I'm gluing all sorts of stuff. I couldn't help myself. Listen, I want spring so bad. I'm going to make spring in my house now if I have to. It's snowing here. Ridiculous. Anyways, then I made a messy bow, and I added the messy bow on. I told you before that we put a hanger made of jute on our pizza pan. Later we'll do that. Glue that messy bow right on. Look at how cute. Super cute. And then I actually did some letters on some drop cloth, and I just did like spring vibes or whatever, and then I just glued it onto the sign after. Look at how cool. I love these letters. They're so much easier to use than the other ones on the blocks. But anyways, friends, look at how cute this is. Okay, so we start with the Dollar Tree rulers, and that's the part that has the measurement. It just peels off. It's like a sticker. I popped another hole in each of the 2 rulers with my crocodile, and then I stained each of the rulers with some brown wax. Then once that's dry, I use my scrubby, and I dip it in some white chalk paint, and I'm just making it look all distressed. Now listen, if that's not your vibe, then just paint it however you'd like. Leave it stained or paint it solid. Anything goes, right? This is your project. this is for my stuff. And so I like that distress vibe. So that's what I'm going to do. Look at how cool that is. Oh, do it for both. Okay. Then once that's dry, flip them over to the inside. Take some Dollar Tree magnets. I think there's like, I don't know, 12. I don't even know how many. Now they're stack them by twos. Okay. Then we're going to glue them onto the ruler. Now this is just how I figured out how to do it. The only way I can space it right is to put one on each end, then do one in the center, and then do one in the center of each. Does that make sense? So I did a total of 5 sets. Again, you want them, the 2 magnets together, because we're going to be gluing the top to that. And then you don't have to worry about making sure that they line up. This way they're lining up. All right, so then dotted glue on each of those. Easy peasy. Yes, I know. I'm going to have somebody in my comments complaining because I have been using hot glue. I'm using hot glue. If you can, use E6000. That's awesome. All right, then put your top ruler on top of that. I gave it a little press just to make sure, but there you go. Perfect, right? Right. All right, next. All right, I kind of pivoted a little bit. I bought this garland thing at the dollar store. It's so cute. It was dirt cheap, and I thought, this would look pretty cool. So all I did was cut it in half at the top. And then I pulled off all the beads that held it into a circle, and then I left the beads on those tassel parts. Now you're going to put it through one of the holes on the what's it called? Ruler. If you do both, it doesn't hang right. So this is just me showing you again. I just did that top hole. Okay. And then I string some more beads back on. Now you can put all the beads back on, or you can put some like I did. Whatever you like. You can put them in different patterns. You don't have to do the beads at all, but I thought the beads looked really cute. I didn't use all the beads that originally came on the garland, so now I have more wood beads in my stash. Woohoo! All right. So then I do a little tie at the top so that we have a hanger. You can do a double knot if you wanted, and then I just clip off the excess jute. And look, how fun is this? Now listen, you could put anything in this. I'm just showing you. This is just a piece from a Dollar Tree calendar. Yeah, I know. But you could put your children's artwork. You could put a fabric canvas. Look at how cute this is. Friends, there's so many options for it. Oh my gosh. All right, so you've probably seen these floral pocket hangers all over the internet. Let me do my spin on it. I'm using some Dollar Tree rulers. There are 4 of them, and you just peel off that plastic part. Then I just arrange them so that the holes I want 2 holes on the ends. That's what we want. Then I have a craft stick, and I'm just going to cut it down to the size of the width of our rulers. Easy peasy. I'm using some Fiskars shears. Then I have some wood glue and some hot glue, and I am going to glue it just under those holes. And I'm going to do the same thing on another one. So that this is just so we have it glued together and it has stability, right? Perfect. Then I'm going to paint it with, this is the color Java, it's chalk paint. Do a nice thick coat, and then I use my comb method, and we're just going to comb it so that it gives some streaks, okay? We're going to do the same thing on the other side once that other side is dry. Same method with the comb, let it dry. Then once it's dry, I'm using just a tea light candle, and I'm just rubbing it here and there, and then I coat it with it's just a thin coat of white chalk paint, and then let it dry, and then we sand it, and it looks so good. We did the same thing on the other side, and again, sand it. And this is I told you before, I warned you. I was very forthcoming. I am going to do this technique all the time now because I love it. I love the way it looks. Again, I'm just sanding, easy, right? And I'll be honest with you, this part with the craft sticks, I thought that was going to be the back. But as I was doing this and I was sanding it, I'm like, I don't know. Now I have these cute little bags from Dollar Tree. They were obviously for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to roll over the edge. I'm going to take out the little strings because we don't need that. And then again, like I was saying before, I thought that the other side, see, this is me like, what am I going to do here? So I take some jute and I'm just going to tie it in a bow on the bottom just so that we cover those 2 holes. Perfect. And then, like I said, I was like, oh, well, this was supposed to be the front. And I'm like, I don't know. I flipped it over and I'm like, yeah, I think that the back is now going to be the front. So I just add some glue to that where I want the bag to be. Now just keep in mind though, this is a very open fiber and you don't want to press it from the top or else you're not going to have a pocket. So I used a craft stick just to glue it down. Then I put some jute in the hole and I added some wood beads. Again, listen, when I do these projects, it's as big of a surprise to me as it is to you because I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Like as I go, I'm making it up as I go and it's great. All right. So then I added just a couple of knots at the end and right. Oh, I'm so excited. Then I added some Spanish moss. I almost said wood. Hey, nuts. I know. I added some Spanish moss to the pocket. And then I had gotten these florals at Walmart. They were on clearance. They're like little lavender things. Look at how pretty this is. Now, this is where I thought I was ended. I was like, oh, this, but it was bugging me. I thought it needed something. So all I did was I added a little square of burlap and this little bunny was a ribbon and I just cut the bunny part, just a square of it and glued it on. That's as easy as that got, right? Whew. Let me tell you, I am so excited about this. I love purple. I love bunnies. I love rustic. This hits all of the check boxes for me. Anyways, maybe it doesn't for you and that's okay. Maybe it'll give you an idea on how you do yours. Hooray. Anyways, friends, thank you so much for watching and I hope this inspired you.